So I just watched this footage and I just wanted to apologize in advance for the reflection on my glasses. It's really annoying in this video. So just wanted to put a little clip in here and say I'm sorry in advance for that. It's annoying. Hi, hello everyone. I'm back. Today is my 8-week post-op update. You know, something that really confuses me is how many weeks post-op I am. I can never keep track. And I think if I didn't make videos, I would have no idea. Truthfully, I think I would have no idea. So today I'm in the same spot as usual, but it's 9 p.m. So it's dark. But I am moving, so soon you will have a different background to look at. And I think above me you can see like my little box that has the electrical switches in it. I'm sure there's a word for that. Usually I try and get that out of the frame, but funnily enough, I've packed I have a little tripod that I put my phone in to film, and I usually prop that up on some cookbooks, but I've packed them all, and of course there were other ways for me to prop it up. I could have got like another box or something, but instead I just lowered my chair really low, like as low as it'll go. So anyway, long story short, bit of a weird frame, but hi, I'm here. So I've been doing some packing, as I said, packed the stuff I put my camera on. I don't get the keys for like 9 more days, so I haven't done too much, but I've been doing a little packing. I've been studying a lot because my assessment is on Friday, it being Wednesday night now. And yeah, that's really my life, is like work, study, and packing now. So I don't really have anything exciting in my personal life to update on. I went to the gym tonight and I had the most intense session, which was really great actually. And I guess this is going to be my NSV for this week. No, I've got a couple of NSVs for this week actually. Let me lay them on you. My PT, they've recently renovated the gym here, and my PT, she was like getting me to do some some slightly different stuff on some new equipment, which was kind of fun. We had some ropes that I was like, I don't know, you would know the exercise where you like shake the ropes, basically, these big heavy ropes. And then she wanted me to do some pull-ups, which the pull-up machine is not new, but I think because I've lost some weight, she thought that it's a good time to start doing that. It's like an assisted pull-up, you know, so she offset a lot of my body weight against that. And I don't know why, because in the gym, like if I go to the gym alone, I get kind of like awkward and I guess embarrassed, and I'm not very confident. But with my PT, I have none of that. But today was the first time that I was like, no, I don't want to. She was like, you know, jump up on the pull-up machine and you have to climb up onto this thing. I don't know, you might know what the kind of machine I'm talking about, but you like kneel on it and, you know, pull yourself up. And I was basically like, no, I don't want to. And she demonstrated, but I knew how to use it. It's just that the gym was full of like young men, and I was really intimidated about the fact that if I couldn't do the pull-up, because she offset as much weight as she could, but the machine only goes up so high, which is a bit depressing actually. But I should be able to lift, you know, a proportion of my body weight though, right? So she thought it would be about right, and it ended up being about right, because she was like, oh, well, if you don't want to get on, you don't have to. And I was like, nah, I don't want to. She was like, Hayley, you should, you know, even if you don't want to, you should try, you know. So she just pushed me into it basically. And I did it. And I did like 2 sets of 10 pull-ups, very much assisted. But I think today I've decided that I want to make it a goal to be able to do a body weight pull-up. I'm not sure what kind of time frame to put on that, but if you watch my 17 goals for 2017 video, one of them is, I'm pretty sure, I should revisit that video, see how I'm going now. It's April, but I'm pretty sure one of my goals is to start working on some actual fitness goals with my PT, and so I'm setting that now. You know, I don't know if by the end of the year is a reasonable time frame. I have no idea, and I probably could have talked to my PT about it actually, but I didn't. But anyway, that's an NSV, is that I did something I didn't want to do in the gym. And that was kind of a big thing for me, I guess, you know, to have her push me through that. And the other big NSV is actually just from today. So I went to my employer's uniform shop because my uniform was getting so ridiculously baggy, like crazy baggy, just out of control ridiculous. Like my pants, thankfully, I think because the pants that I wear are kind of like a work pant, I guess, like a tradesperson might wear almost, with pockets on the side and like quite thick, almost like a cargo pant, but they're blue, whatever. Anyway, they sit quite high, so they, even though they've become so big, they slip down and they sit on my hips, and they are at risk now of slipping off my hips. So I decided that I had to bite the bullet. I tried to put it off as long as possible so that I didn't have to go back too often. But I went today and I got new uniform, and I wish I could tell you how many sizes I've lost, but actually they changed their supplier. So now, before they were kind of unisex, and now they're men and women's. And yeah, so I don't know how many sizes I've lost, but it's quite significant, I think. They're very different. And when she gave me the sizes, I had just randomly picked some sizes, and when she gave them to me, I was like, I wanted to say to her, no, they're not going to fit. Like, I was looking at this polo shirt and I was like, that looks tiny to me. Like, that's not going to fit. And the pants, when I started to put the pants on, I was like, these are not going to go up. They're not even going to get over my thighs. And they went up, and they did up, and they fit. And it feels amazing to take that step, to have uniform become so big that it's ridiculous. And then, yeah, to go down a couple of sizes, I imagine. So that is really cool. So scale victory, something that I just thought I should mention just for the sake of YouTube, really, because I know that a proportion of you measure in pounds, and I'm now down 23 kilos, which is 50 pounds. So I've officially lost 50 pounds, and I don't know why, but I'm kind of a little jealous of people who, like in America there, where they do talk in pounds, because unlike the rest of the world, you guys get some cool numbers. Like 23 kilos, it sounds like, oh, it's great weight loss, awesome. 50 pounds, it sounds so legit. Maybe it sounds more legit to me because I'm Australian and we talk in kilos, and so 50 kilos is like a lot. So 50 pounds in my mind, I don't know. Anyway, I don't know if that sounds as impressive to anyone out there in America, but yeah, for my Australian or otherwise followers, I've lost 23 kilos. So this is probably really distracting. I'm like feeling the calluses that I'm getting on my hands, both from the gym and from work. I noticed that it makes them worse. Get them like here and also up just under the first joint there, and there's also one like on the palm of my hand here, just from lifting weights and stuff. So I'm feeling those, which is probably really distracting. I should put my hands down, shouldn't I? So yeah, it's feeling pretty good. It's really cool to after last week, I had a pretty lackluster weight loss last week, and yeah, it really picked up, and I think that's probably related to my menstrual cycle. I've been having a chat to Mum about that actually, and she was like, trust me, it'll move, it's just like a monthly thing. It's it's a cycle, and it is a cycle, isn't it? So yeah, it's pretty cool to see the scale move again, I guess. But I think, yeah, as I've said before, I try not to focus on these like weight numbers too much, but I just, sometimes when the milestones come, it's cool. And I also talked briefly before about my first mini goal, which is to, get down to the starting weight that I was when I started 12 WBT. And so before, I had talked about how I had lost as much weight as I did in one 12-week round of that. And now I'm 800 grams away from the weight that I started that at for the first time, which is a bit depressing. Like, it's a pretty strange thing for your first goal weight to be a previous high weight. But it's just a number that's stuck in my head really significantly, because at the time when I weighed myself and started that, I was pretty horrified by that number. And I got significantly heavier than that number, didn't I? So it's cool to be back down at that. And it feels like, because then I did lose weight from then. And to be honest with you, if I got back down to the weight that I was after I finished 12 WBT, I did a few rounds, I would be really happy, I think. Something else, I decided that I'd start running when I got to a particular weight. And I'm now 11 kilos above that weight. So I'm trying not to run because I don't want to put too much pressure on my body. Trying not to run. It's not like I have to try not to run. Running's kind of gross. Kind of hate running. But I'm hoping I'll love running, That's the thing. I'm hoping I'll love running. And this might sound crazy, and I know Steve, VSG Steve, you'll probably be happy to hear this, but I'm really thinking about maybe making a goal a triathlon, you know, just like a mini one, not some big crazy triathlon, because I don't really fancy myself as that much of an athlete in the long run, but somewhat. Let's see, we'll see. But I don't know, I think it could be cool. Where I'm moving to, I'll be able to get my bike back. I can't keep a bike here because I have no backyard or courtyard or anything. And it really wouldn't fit inside. So my bike is at my mum's house. But where I'm moving, I'll have somewhere I can keep my bike and lock it up. And so I think I want to start cycling again as well as running. And I actually hate swimming. I really hate swimming. I'm a little bit afraid of the ocean. And I'm also really freaked out by public pools. Really genuinely freaked out by public pools because I think it's just kind of gross. I don't know, I have a weird thing about the germs and other people's, that kind of freaks me out actually a lot. So I don't know about the triathlon. That's what will hold me back, is that I'm so freaked out by pools. But maybe I can overcome that, and swimming is a great exercise. Certainly cycling and running are great exercises. So yeah, I don't know, but maybe I want to put a triathlon on my list, you know. And triathlon's usually ocean, right? Ocean swimming. But I don't live anywhere near an ocean, and where I'm moving is further from the ocean than where I am. So to just train purely in the ocean would be really difficult. So maybe I need to get over the whole public pool thing. It's not that I'm afraid to go like in a bathing suit to a pool, although like I don't love that idea. It's that I'm freaked out by a public pool, like the actual swimming in a public pool. Like it grosses me out, which I know is so strange, isn't it? Because so many people do it, and I used to do it. Like Steve, he recently did one. Steve, congratulations, that was an amazing effort. And I found it so inspiring, watching you go through that. Found that really inspiring. So it's inspired me, I guess. At least I'd like to start running. Anyway, enough rambling about triathlons. I don't know how much really else I've got to say. I really appreciate your comments on my last video about my hydration and my congestion. And yeah, I think that it could be, it could have been an allergy, I suppose. I don't know. It's gotten better. It's cleared up this week, and I certainly haven't cut my dairy, even though I probably should have, to test it. But someone named Claire commented on my video and asked if I got seasonal allergies, and commented that that could be the culprit. And I thought that was an interesting comment, because this last year gone, I actually developed an allergy to dogs, which is heartbreaking to me because anyone who knows me knows I really love dogs. Like, I live for dogs. But I briefly pet sit for a friend, and I got really strongly allergic to his dog. Like, just kind of like, not like anaphylactic level, obviously, just like very itchy eyes, sneezing a lot, really runny nose, congestion. And I am allergic to cats, and very mildly horses. I get those same symptoms, but it's never been dogs, you know, and I'm 24 years old, and until this last year, I never reacted to a dog ever. And my good friend Brad, he has a dog who I absolutely adore, Ralphie, who you might have seen in a What I Eat in a Day video. I think I was on fluids at that point. Ralph is like the love of my life, and I don't have the same reaction to him, but if his fur kind of pricks my skin, I get little like lumps. It's weird, like because his fur is quite coarse, it kind of, where it touches me, the ends of his fur, it's kind of hard to explain. Or if he like gnaws on my hand if we're playing, I get like welts, and I have to take an antihistamine, but because of work I can't really take antihistamines, and I talked about this before. I can't really take antihistamines regularly, so perhaps I'm developing an allergy, perhaps it's dairy, still not sure there. The other thing is my hydration. It has just been the same. It's still not easy. I'm still finding it hard to drink water, especially in the morning, because, you know, a big strategy of mine to keep on top of it is to drink straight away in the morning. And before I was having breakfast straight away, but instead I've kind of given up breakfast, or I'm having breakfast later in the day, like I'm having my first meal later in the day, and I'm drinking first thing in the morning, and I'm drinking protein water first thing in the morning. So I feel like I am getting something in my system, but on an empty stomach, it really hurts. On a not so empty stomach, although because I have to wait that half hour like we all do, it's still uncomfortable to put liquid in my stomach. But yeah, I really don't know what to do. I don't know if a thicker liquid might be better, if I should maybe play around with some smoothies. I actually made a smoothie for the first time this week. I put some protein powder, raspberries, some sugar-free drinking chocolate, which is sweetened with stevia that I had, just like a couple of teaspoons of that to give it like a chocolate flavor, and some almond milk, and it was nice. It was delicious. It didn't make me dump or anything. It only had like 60 grams of raspberries in it, so not very high in sugar, not particularly high in sugar. So yeah, that went down fine. So maybe if I started having a smoothie for breakfast, that might help. I'm not sure. Because it could just be thin liquids, water texture that's upsetting me. Anyway, I'm not sure. So basically, that's me. That's that. It's going to be a pretty stressful week this week, but hopefully once my assessment's done, it should all be all sweet. So yeah, thanks so much for watching this little update. That's all I've really got for this week, and I'll talk to you again really soon. Bye.